guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Carol. If you're new here, please make sure you subscribe. So for today's video, I'm gonna do my eyebrow routine. I do my eyebrows different ways and with different products, but this is usually my go-to way to do them. I feel like it's the easiest way and my eyebrows always come out looking snatched and good. So let's just get started. For today's video, I'm gonna be using the Benefit Cosmetics eyebrow pencil and the eyebrow gel. This is the Precisely My Brow Pencil in 4.5, and then the 24-hour brow setter. This one's just clear and it also gives like a shiny finish, which I really like. And then I'm gonna be using a flat brush to carve out my eyebrows. I'm gonna be using this brush. It's from Miss A and it's the E121 brush. I like it because it's really flat, so you can get really close to your eyebrows. I'm gonna be using this little handheld mirror just so I can see my eyebrows like super close and just make them look, you know, as good and as even as possible. So at first I just like to carve out the bottom and I like to get really close to the hairs. I kind of like to follow my natural shape. I don't do anything like too crazy or too thick just because I'm traumatized by the way I used to do my eyebrows when I was in high school, so I don't want to go through that again. I just want to make them look as natural as possible, but just a little bit darker. And then to blend out the concealer, I'm just using this brush. This is from Real Techniques and it's the by Sam and Nick brush. I feel like this brush works really good at blending under eye concealer or like concealer that's in like tiny parts. Like you can really use it around your nose or like around this inner part of your eye on the eyelid. It's a really nice, useful brush. And it blends really quickly, no streaks. Just a really nice overall brush. And I do bring the concealer down to my inner corner just so nothing dries down and like gets like streaky or anything. And I try to make it as straight as possible just so that they can, like both of my eyebrows can match, even though they're not sisters, guys. They're more like cousins. So don't worry if your eyebrows don't look completely even. I don't think anybody has like completely even eyebrows unless they're like pretty lucky. And I'm just blending it out like I did to the bottom of my eyebrow. And don't be afraid like to get some concealer on your eyebrows because you can always just blend it out and like add a little bit of the eyebrow pencil and you won't even notice that you got concealer on there. And then I also bring the concealer in between my eyebrows. Okay, now I'm just gonna go ahead and do the other eyebrow, and maybe I'll like fast forward this part because you guys already seen how I carve them out on this side. And while I carve out this brow, I do keep on checking to see if I'm carving them out like kind of even. Not completely perfect, you know, because that's impossible, but just so they don't look too crazy or like, I don't know, like far, far away cousins. So now that I'm done carving out my eyebrows, I'm gonna go in with the Precisely My Brow pencil by Benefit, and I'm also gonna brush them out one more time just in case any of those hairs like went downwards or something. I feel like because I carved them out, it's so much easier to just fill them in because there's already like a shape in place and I don't have to go back and like correct too many things. So I'm gonna start by doing a line underneath this part, like the bottom of my eyebrows, just a little line, nothing too harsh. I do like to make this end part a little bit darker and then the beginning part like a little bit lighter, just so the eyebrows don't look like crazy dark and boxy. So here I am making a line just at the bottom and then dragging it out all the way to the tail. If it doesn't come out completely straight, it's okay because you can always go back with the concealer brush. And now for this part, I try to do this part very light, but sometimes it doesn't come out that way, which is okay because we can always fix that. And then I do try and blend this part the most, just because this part should be the most faded. I like for them to look like kind of like ombre brows, like a little bit more of a gradient, because I don't want them to look crazy. Okay, and now that I think that looks kind of good, I'll also do a line at the top of the brows and also try not to do them too dark when it comes to this front part. And I'm just following that little shape that I already created when I carved out my brows. Here I'm going really light. And then I'm gonna go ahead and brush out this front part again, just so we can keep that gradient going. Okay, and then I'll go in with the concealer brush just to try and correct if we went a little bit over the line that we made with concealer earlier, just so it can keep looking soft at this front part, like at the beginning of the eyebrow. And then I'll also put a little bit of concealer with that little blending concealer brush. Okay, and now I'll go in and fill in the rest of this middle part to finish off the eyebrows, or this eyebrow, because we haven't started on the other one yet. And on this like little tail part, I will go in a little bit darker, but I'll try not to go like past this part. So from this point on, I'll make them darker, but from this point to the front, I'll try and keep them very light and not go like too heavy-handed. And then throughout the process, you can blend out your eyebrows with the little spoolie. I really like this pencil because it comes with the spoolie. I mean, most pencils do, but I don't know, this spoolie is just nice. It's like not too small and not too big. And don't be scared if you get a little bit of that eyebrow pencil like underneath, because we can always clean it up. And once I have them like as gradient and as like like precise as I want them, then I'll go in and like carve out a little bit more. So here I'm just cleaning up a little bit of that eyebrow pencil. It's not too much, so it's not like the first step that we did was like pointless. Like that first step was just to get the shape, and then here we're just cleaning up little mistakes, little oopsies. And then the tail also looks pretty nice and like defined, so I don't have to do nothing to the top or the little tail. And that's it for this eyebrow. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eyebrow, and then at the end we'll do the eyebrow gel. Then I'll look at the other one to just make sure that it's as even as possible. And then also blending out that concealer so it's not too harsh. For the last and final step, I'm gonna use some brow gel. This is the 24-hour brow setter from Benefit Cosmetics. I really like this eyebrow gel because it leaves like a little shiny effect. And it also doesn't dry down too fast, so it's not like a hard gel to work with. It's pretty easy. And I just comb it through my eyebrows. I don't do anything special. I don't try to flatten them out or anything. Just brush them through just so that they can stay in place all day long. I'll do the most to this front part, like try and brush them up. I think that looks really good. But I don't do anything too hard. Like I don't try and do like no soap brows type of thing. Just so they look combed out. And I think this also makes the eyebrows look a little bit like lighter. If they're like too dark, I feel like it kind of brushes through the eyebrow pencil. I don't know if that's true. I think it's just me maybe. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of my makeup just so you guys can see what my eyebrows look like once the rest of my makeup is finished. This is what my eyebrows look like once the rest of my makeup is completed. Let me know in the comments if you guys want to see any other videos, or maybe if you guys want to see like a softer eyebrow routine, then I can also do that. But yeah guys, this is all for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all in my next one. Bye guys.